So I think learning how to code is fun, and I think there are a lot of interesting ideas in computer science. You can probably set yourself up for a pretty good career, but no matter what you end up pursuing, knowing how computers work, being really comfortable with them, knowing how to use them to solve problems, those are going to be really useful skills. Computers are affecting kind of all aspects of our lives, so just being really comfortable with them, knowing how they work, knowing kind of how they're affecting our lives, that's good knowledge to have. I think like throughout high school, throughout college, or whatever job you have, having these kind of fundamental skills in computer science are going to be useful to students. So I'd encourage students to check out Computer Science Foundations 1. You get to learn something new in a relaxed, beginner-friendly environment. You get plenty of time to work on any assignments that you have, so as long as you make an effort, you should do well in the course. Computer Science Foundations 1 is an entry-level course. It could be your very first introduction to all these ideas. And then if you like it, you could decide to take future courses, possibly. So a lot of students tell me that their favorite project is a text adventure that we use to practice if statements. So you get to kind of create something like a choose your own adventure story. So you get to say, this is the situation that you find yourself in. If you make this decision, this happens. Otherwise, if you make that decision, then that thing happens. You have the option of working with a partner. So students tend to have a lot of fun planning, coding up, and then testing out their story with their friend. And students tend to have fun with it. The stories are usually pretty entertaining. So a lot of them are, we do it around Halloween time usually. So a lot of them are scary stories, some haunted house, that type of thing. But students can make it about whatever they want. Sometimes students have made stories about trying to become a professional soccer player or something like that. So it's all about using those if statements to process the user's choice and kind of see what ending they get. So for me, the thing I enjoy most about the class is when a student figures out something in their code. So some idea clicks and they get a new concept, now their code works exactly how they want to. All of a sudden they have some new understanding. And luckily, that happens a lot in Computer Science Foundations 1. So it's normal for there to be struggles when you're learning to code. It's this weird thing and you have to try to think in new ways. But if you keep at it, then you just make progress, and it's really rewarding when you see, oh, I actually did solve this problem now. Yeah, and I think it's really rewarding for students and for me to see, okay, this plan that we came up with, coded up, that solution works. For me, the biggest thing I would say is with computer science, I'd encourage you to give it a try. The courses are beginner courses. You might find out that you like it, and just trust that if you put in a little bit of effort, you can do well in the course. You can commit to just a half-year course and see if you like it, great. There are a ton of other courses you can take. If not, I think you'll at least walk away with some pretty useful knowledge.